Hello everyone. Today we're going to learn how to use the mail merge feature in Word 2016. The mail merge feature comes in handy when we need to send out the same body of an email to multiple recipients, and it saves time for us where we do not need to enter the recipient's details one after the other, and it automatically extracts the details from an Excel file or an Access file. So let's move on to learning how we can use the mail merge feature. What I have here is a sample letter which I will be using for mail merge today. You can see that the ending portion, which has the thank you and the signature, is going to remain constant. But we are going to personalize the portion here where we would want to give the name and the designation of the particular employees that we are sending out the letter to. So I'll be moving on to the mailings tab. Go to the start mail merge option, where if you click on it, you get a drop down, and you also have the option to directly select one of the letters, email, envelopes, either of the options here, or you can be guided by the step-by-step mail merge wizard. And I would suggest that you use the step-by-step mail merge wizard if you are doing the mail merge, if you are using the mail merge feature for the first time. Um, so we move on to the mailings tab. So we move on to the mailings tab and see how we can use mail merge. After moving on to the mail merge tab, you see that you have an array of options. The first button that we need to click on is start mail merge, clicking which we get a drop down. And it is just a suggestion that if you are using mail merge for the first time, it will be preferred to use the mail merge wizard, as it guides you through the process in a very simple manner and you will not be missing any steps. But once you have an idea about mail merge, it definitely is easier to use the buttons on the top. Now I'll be clicking on the step-by-step mail merge wizard, and you can see that the mail merge dialog box appears on the right side of my page. Now I need to select the type of document that I'm working on. So the type of document I have here is letters. So now I'll be moving on to the next step. The next step, it asks me if I want to set up my letters using the current document or a template or an existing document. But since I already have the letter in the current document, I will continue to use it with the current document and move to the next step where I need to select the recipients. For selecting the recipients, I have three options. Use an existing list, select from Outlook contacts, or type a new list. So I'll just show you how the type a new list option works. Otherwise, I do have an existing list in Excel which I will be using. So when I click on create, I get these fields automatically. The fields are customizable, so you can go to the custom columns option and change the fields as required by you. If you do not require certain fields, you can delete it like this. And if you want to modify or rename a certain field, you can do so. Also, you can add a specific field if you like. Suppose I want to add the field designation, and I'll just click on OK. So this is very flexible, and once I click OK, you see that it changes here as well. I can see all the fields like this, and also I can click on new entry from here and go to the next column for an entry, or I can click on the delete entry option and delete an entry. Let me enter something and see how it works. I'm not filling in all the fields because I'm just going to show you a sample. And then I click on new entry. So I've done this, and also I can go to the find option and look for the particular name or any particular field. So it takes me to that option. So this is very flexible and easy to use, but generally we do not use this since we already have a list in Excel or Access typed out. But in case you do need to use it, it is very flexible to use. Once you click on OK, you can see that it gives you an option to save your file. And as you can see, the extension for the file will be a .mdb file, which indicates it will get saved as an Access file. So I'm not going to be saving it here since it's not required, but you can save it here. So now we are going to move on to selecting an existing list. When I select an existing list, I get the option to browse. So when I click on browse, I'll be getting multiple PDF options and I can just, multiple folder options, and I can just navigate to the particular file needed and I can click on open. Since my file has 2 sheets, I'll just show you the Excel file that I have opened. This is the Excel file. The first sheet has a particular set of employees and the second sheet has a different set of employees. So now I can select which sheet I want to work with. Considering that I want to work with the first sheet, I'll go back to my Word and select the first sheet and click on OK. Now it also gives me an option to customize whether I need a particular entry or I do not need a particular entry. There are options to sort it, where I can select if I want to sort it by the first name in an ascending or descending order and by any of the fields required. I can filter the fields as needed by me, and I can take out, suppose I want not the name, maybe I want employee's title, I only want the CFO here, so I can filter it and I get only that. I'm going to remove the filtering since it's not going to be required. I will show it with the whole list. Then I can find duplicates, I can find recipient. For finding duplicates, I don't have any, so it does not show me any. And then I can find a particular recipient like I did when I was making a list. In the same manner, I can find a recipient. And suppose I do type the name and I can find, and it's highlighted. Now I can type another name and it highlights that field. And it's very flexible. You can choose which field you want to find it from. You can also validate addresses is also another feature, but I will require an add-in to be used with this. And since I do not need to validate the addresses and it's not generally needed, we can ignore this option for now. And I'll click on OK. Once I've done the selection of the recipient list, I need to go to this button right here on the screen and insert whatever I need to wherever I need to. So first I'm going to put in the employee number. Then I'm going to put in the employee title, after which I would like to put in the employee address and I'll give a space after that. And after dear, I would like the employee's name to appear. So I would insert first name and give a space and insert the last name. So as you can see, I have done this, and now you can move on to writing your letter, which I already have written, but that is the next step where I can write my letter and edit it as required. Since I've already inserted these fields, let's move on to the next step. The next step is to preview my results. I can check my preview from here, the mail merge wizard, or from the button on the screen. Both gives me the same result. You can see that it's varying with all my recipients. The employee number, designation, and addresses come as required. And the next step is to complete the merge. Once the merge is complete, I get the option to print. I can print this record only, or I can print all records, or I can choose which records to print the letter from. Once I click on OK, it does give me the option. It gets me the dialog box for printing arrangements, and I can choose whatever is required. I won't be showing the printing since it's already known. So That's it for the mail merge from the mail merge wizard. And this completes your mail merge. Also, you can see the body of the letter remains the same, the ending remains the same. Only the only customization that has been provided is with the recipients at the top, and this is being extracted from the Excel sheet. We can match it from our Excel sheet. So we have Tanisha, Paridhi, Jainika, Neerav and Sarthak. So let's just match the names with our Word file. Jainika, Neerav, Paridhi, Sarthak and Tanisha, all of them are there. Now you can see that even the addresses and the designations are as per my Excel file. So you can see that whatever you put into Excel gets extracted in the same way into Word. So you save a lot of time by not typing everything again. Now another thing that I'm going to show is mail merge with emails. And emails, since that is more the emails are so for emails, since we send out emails very frequently and you generally in offices do have a huge list of people to send the emails to, you can do a bit of customization in it and use Word to send out the bulk emails that you need to. Now I go to the mailings tab, and this time I will not be using the mail merge wizard. So I'll click on start mail merge and directly click on the email messages option. After this, I will click on select recipients where I have an existing list. Since I want to mail the person right away, I'll show it to you guys. I will be using the mail ID for my channel only. So let's move on to the desktop and a particular file that I had created. And there's only one sheet in the file, so I did not have to select the sheet. So this is the name is just person1 and the mail ID is mail.teamtrident, and the second mail ID is teenpatti3@gmail.com, as you can see. Now moving back to my Word file, I can insert the fields directly. I can also add a greeting line if required by me. I can change it as required. I can put in a greeting line. This feature actually is pretty helpful since it saves you time to type out a greeting line, or you can save a few greeting lines and keep and use it for a lot of emails that you send out regularly. You can also use this for letters that I did not cover previously, but you can use it. So I can click on OK. My greeting line is going to come on its own. Now I can insert the field. I can insert the name, and then I can write, hey, we are using mail merge. That's it. And now I will just click on finish and merge. Here I get the option to send email messages directly from Word itself. So when I click on send email messages, I need to select the recipient ID, as in the field name which will contain the email ID of the people. And once I click on this, I can give a subject line again and click on OK. Once I click on OK, you can see that it very fast. There was a very fast movement on the screen where I saw the preview. I can click on preview results, and this is what happened. It changed very fast. It came person1, person2. Now let's go to the email ID and I can just refresh this and see if I have received the mail. And yes, I have received the mail. You can see that I'll open the mail. You can see that the title of the mail is subject of the mail is mail merge, as I had given it. To whom it may concern, person1, hey, we are using mail merge, Team Trident. This was exactly the same thing as I typed in the Word document. So it works real time and it's very easy to use. And that's all for mail merge that I have today. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it and found it useful. Please comment if you do have any other video suggestions for us.